Question 1. Which of the following is the key principle in insurance that ensures an individual can only insure property or lives in which they have a legal interest? A. Utmost good faith. B. Insurable interest. C. Indemnity. D. Subrogation. Answer: B. Insurable interest. Explanation: the principle of insurable interest is fundamental in insurance law. It ensures that an individual can only purchase an insurance policy on property or a life in which they have a financial interest or stake. This prevents individuals from buying insurance on properties or lives to which they have no connection, thereby eliminating speculative or gambling behavior. According to the Insurance Code of Connecticut, an individual must prove they have an insurable interest in the subject matter of the policy to purchase coverage. A. Utmost good faith refers to the obligation of both parties, insurer and insured, to disclose all material facts to each other. C. Indemnity ensures that an insured person is restored to the same financial position they were in prior to the loss, not allowing for profit from a claim. D. Subrogation refers to the right of an insurer to pursue a third party who caused a loss to recover the claim amount. Question 2. Mr. Johnson has filed a property claim for a fire that caused significant damage to his home. The insurance company has assessed the damage and they believe the estimated repair costs are $15,000. Mr. Johnson has a $5,000 deductible. What amount will Mr. Johnson receive from the insurance company? A. $10,000. B. $15,000. C. $5,000. D. $20,000. Answer A. $10,000. Explanation: in this scenario, the deductible is the amount that the insured must pay out of pocket before the insurance policy pays any benefits. In this case, Mr. Johnson's deductible is $5,000, so the insurance company will subtract that from the estimated repair costs. The calculation is as follows: $15,000 repair cost, $5,000 deductible equals $1,000. This is the amount that Mr. Johnson will receive from the insurer after the deductible has been applied. The deductible ensures that policyholders share some of the cost of the claim, which helps keep insurance premiums lower. Question 3. A business owner, Ms. White, has an auto insurance policy with liability and comprehensive coverage. After a vehicle accident where she is at fault, the other party files a lawsuit for injuries sustained. Her insurer offers her a settlement. However, Ms. White has concerns about whether the settlement will fully cover the potential legal fees or the damages if the lawsuit goes to trial. Which of the following should Ms. White do? A. Accept the settlement as offered by the insurer. B. Seek the advice of an independent attorney before accepting the settlement. C. Reject the settlement and proceed with a trial without further consultation. D. Ask the insurance company to cover all future legal fees indefinitely. Answer: B. Seek the advice of an independent attorney before accepting the settlement. Explanation: in this situation, Ms. White should seek the advice of an independent attorney before accepting the settlement. This is a standard recommendation to ensure that the settlement offer is fair and in her best interest, especially when there is uncertainty about the full extent of the legal fees and potential damages. The insurer's settlement offer may not always account for all legal costs or future liabilities, and an independent attorney can provide an objective evaluation of whether the offer is sufficient or whether further negotiation or litigation might be necessary. Accepting the settlement might be premature without fully understanding the potential consequences. C. Rejecting the settlement without professional advice may lead to higher costs or a worse outcome. D. Asking the insurer to cover all future legal fees indefinitely is unreasonable, as insurers typically cover legal fees only up to a certain limit specified in the policy. Question 4. Which of the following statements best describes the principle of indemnity in insurance? A. It allows an insured person to receive more than the amount of the loss in order to profit from the claim. B. It ensures that an insured person is reimbursed only up to the actual loss suffered without any profit. C. It allows the insurance company to collect from a third party who caused the loss. D. It allows the insured to choose any amount of coverage for their policy without considering the loss. Answer: B. It ensures that an insured person is reimbursed only up to the actual loss suffered without any profit. Explanation: the principle of indemnity ensures that an insured party is reimbursed only for the actual loss they have suffered and does not allow for profit from the insurance claim. The goal is to restore the policyholder to the financial position they were in before the loss occurred. This principle prevents people from profiting from insurance claims and helps keep insurance premiums fair. A is incorrect because indemnity prevents the insured from profiting. C. Subrogation refers to the insurer's right to pursue third parties to recover the amount paid to the insured. D is incorrect because coverage is usually based on the insured's actual loss. Question 5. Mr. Adams is reviewing his homeowner's insurance policy and notices that damage caused by flooding is excluded. He lives in an area prone to seasonal flooding. What should Mr. Adams do to ensure he is protected against flood damage? A. Purchase additional flood insurance through the National Flood Insurance Program (NFIP). B. Increase his homeowner's coverage to include flood damage. C. Change his policy to an all-risk policy. D. Rely on his automobile insurance to cover flood damage. Answer A. Purchase additional flood insurance through the National Flood Insurance Program (NFIP). Explanation: flooding is generally excluded from standard homeowners insurance policies, and it requires a separate policy through programs like the National Flood Insurance Program (NFIP). Since Mr. Adams lives in an area prone to flooding, he should purchase additional flood insurance to ensure he is protected against this risk. Flood insurance is specifically designed to cover damage caused by rising water levels, which is not typically covered under a standard homeowners policy. B is incorrect because a standard homeowners policy cannot be modified to include flood coverage without purchasing a separate flood insurance policy. C is incorrect because an all-risk policy or open perils policy still typically excludes flood damage unless a separate flood policy is purchased. D is incorrect because auto insurance may cover flood damage to the vehicle, but it does not cover flood damage to a home. MS. Brown has filed a claim for a car accident. The damages are estimated at $12,000 and her policy has a $3,000 deductible. If MS. Brown's insurance company approves the claim, how much will MS. Brown receive? A. $12,000, B. $9,000, C. $3,000, D. $15,000. Answer B. $9,000. Explanation: in this case, the deductible of $3,000 must be subtracted from the estimated damage amount of $12,000. Therefore, MS. Brown will receive the difference, $12,000. 3,000 also equals $1,000. The deductible is the amount that the insured party must pay out of pocket before the insurance company starts paying for the claim. This ensures that the insured shares in the responsibility of the loss, and it helps reduce the number of small, frivolous claims. A is incorrect because the deductible reduces the payout amount. C is incorrect because the deductible is not the amount the insured receives, it is subtracted from the total claim. D is incorrect because the payout is the amount of the damage minus the deductible, not more than the damage amount. Question 7. Which of the following would most likely be covered under general liability insurance? A. Damage to your own property caused by a fire. B. Injury to a customer that occurs while shopping at your store. C. Losses from a stock market investment. D. Damage to your home caused by a storm. Answer B. Injury to a customer that occurs while shopping at your store. Explanation: general liability insurance typically covers third-party bodily injury and property damage, such as injuries sustained by customers while on your business premises. In this case, if a customer is injured while shopping at the store, general liability insurance would likely cover the associated medical costs, legal expenses, and potential settlements. A is incorrect because damage to the business owner's own property is generally not covered by general liability insurance. This type of coverage typically falls under property insurance. C is incorrect because losses from stock market investments would not be covered by any type of liability insurance. D is incorrect because damage to the business owner's own home is generally covered by homeowners insurance, not general liability insurance. Question 8. Mr. Garcia, a business owner, files a workers' compensation claim for an employee injured at work. The insurance company determines the injury is not covered under the state's workers' compensation laws due to the nature of the injury being self-inflicted. What is the best course of action for Mr. Garcia? A. Deny the claim and discontinue the employee's employment. B. File an appeal with the Workers' Compensation Board. C. Encourage the employee to seek private insurance coverage. D. File a personal injury lawsuit against the employee. Answer B. File an appeal with the Workers' Compensation Board. Explanation: if the workers' compensation claim is denied due to the injury being self-inflicted, the best course of action for Mr. Garcia is to file an appeal with the Workers' Compensation Board. The board will review the details of the case, including the nature of the injury, and determine whether it qualifies for compensation under the state's laws. If the injury is not covered by workers' compensation, the employee may have to pursue other forms of coverage, but filing an appeal ensures that all legal avenues are considered. A is incorrect because the employer cannot simply deny the claim without following due process, which includes the possibility of an appeal. C is incorrect because if the injury is related to work, workers' compensation is the primary source of coverage. D is incorrect because a personal injury lawsuit would not be appropriate if the injury is work-related and falls under workers' compensation guidelines. Question 9. Which of the following is typically excluded under a homeowner's insurance policy? A. Theft of personal property. B. Fire damage to the home. C. Damage caused by a tornado. D. Flood damage to the property. Answer: D. Flood damage to the property. Explanation: homeowners insurance policies generally exclude flood damage. Flood damage is typically not covered under standard homeowner policies and requires separate coverage, such as that provided by the National Flood Insurance Program and FIP. A is incorrect because theft of personal property is generally covered under standard homeowners insurance. B is incorrect because fire damage is typically covered under standard homeowners insurance. C is incorrect because damage caused by tornadoes is usually covered under homeowners insurance policies, as tornadoes are typically considered a covered peril. Question 10. Which of the following actions best describes an insurance adjuster's duty during the claims investigation process? A. To settle the claim in the shortest time possible. B. To gather all relevant evidence, assess the damage, and determine the liability. C. To advise the claimant on how to repair the damages. D. To reject claims that appear suspicious without investigation. Answer: B. To gather all relevant evidence, assess the damage, and determine the liability. Explanation: the primary responsibility of an insurance adjuster during the claims investigation process is to gather all relevant evidence, assess the damages, and determine the liability. This includes inspecting the scene, interviewing the claimant and witnesses, reviewing documents, and evaluating the extent of damages. The goal is to ensure that the claim is handled fairly and that the insurer makes an accurate determination of liability and the amount of the claim. It is incorrect because the adjuster's goal is to ensure fairness and accuracy, not just to settle quickly. C is incorrect because the adjuster does not advise on repairs. They evaluate damages and determine what should be covered under the policy. D is incorrect because claims should not be rejected without thorough investigation. Question 11. Which of the following is the primary purpose of the claims-made liability insurance policy? A. To cover only claims that occurred during the policy period. B. To cover claims that are filed during the policy period, regardless of when the incident occurred. C. To cover any liability claims that occur after the policy is cancelled. D. To cover all claims made by the insured, regardless of the policy's active period. Answer: B. To cover claims that are filed during the policy period, regardless of when the incident occurred. Explanation: a claims-made policy covers claims that are filed during the policy period, even if the event that led to the claim occurred before the policy began. This type of policy is common in professional liability insurance. For example, if an incident happens during one policy period but is reported in a later period, as long as the policy is still in effect at the time the claim is filed, the claim would be covered. A is incorrect because a claims-made policy does not necessarily require the incident to occur during the policy period, only that the claim is filed during it. C is incorrect because claims made after cancellation are generally not covered under the claims-made policy unless a tail coverage is purchased. D is incorrect because coverage is tied to when the claim is made, not when the incident occurs. Question 12. Which of the following would most likely be excluded in a standard homeowner's insurance policy? A. Damage caused by a fire. B. Injury to a guest while visiting your home. C. Damage caused by an earthquake. D. Theft of personal property. Answer: C. Damage caused by an earthquake. Explanation: earthquake damage is typically excluded from standard homeowners insurance policies. Homeowners often need to purchase a separate earthquake endorsement or policy to be covered for such damage. Other types of damage, such as fire, theft, or injuries to guests, are usually covered under a standard homeowners policy. A is incorrect because fire damage is typically covered under homeowners insurance. B is incorrect because injuries to guests are generally covered under liability provisions of homeowners insurance. D is incorrect because theft of personal property is covered under most standard homeowners insurance policies. Question 13. In which situation would comprehensive auto insurance be most beneficial? A. If your car is involved in a collision with another vehicle. B. If your car is damaged by hail. C. If you lose your car keys and need to replace them. D. If your car is stolen and not recovered. Answer: B. If your car is damaged by hail. Explanation: Comprehensive auto insurance covers damages to your vehicle that are not caused by a collision, such as damage from hail, theft, vandalism, or natural disasters. It is designed to cover events outside of your control that are not related to a collision with another vehicle. A is incorrect because collision insurance would cover damages from a collision with another vehicle. C is incorrect because the loss of keys is not typically covered under comprehensive auto insurance. D is incorrect because comprehensive insurance would indeed cover the theft of your car, but this is not the best answer for hail damage. Question 14. Which of the following types of insurance would be most appropriate for covering business-related medical expenses if an employee gets injured on the job? A. Workers' compensation insurance. B. General liability insurance. C. Commercial auto insurance. D. Professional liability insurance. Answer A. Workers' compensation insurance. Explanation. Workers' compensation insurance is specifically designed to cover medical expenses and lost wages for employees who are injured while on the job. It is a legal requirement in most states and provides the employees with protection if they are injured in the course of their employment. B is incorrect because general liability insurance covers third-party injuries and property damage, not workers' compensation. C is incorrect because commercial auto insurance is for covering vehicles used in business, not employee injuries. D is incorrect because professional liability insurance covers claims related to professional mistakes or negligence, not workplace injuries. Question 15. Which of the following is an example of moral hazard in insurance? A. An individual speeding and causing an accident because they have car insurance. B. A homeowner installing a smoke detector to prevent fire damage. C. A business purchasing extra liability coverage as a precaution. D. A person taking a safer route after hearing about an accident in a neighborhood. Answer A. An individual speeding and causing an accident because they have car insurance. Explanation. A moral hazard occurs when the behavior of the insured party changes because they have insurance coverage, leading to increased risks. In this case, the individual speeds because they know their car insurance will cover the damage in the event of an accident, representing a moral hazard. B is incorrect because installing a smoke detector is an example of a prudent, risk-reducing behavior, not a moral hazard. C is incorrect because purchasing extra coverage is a precautionary measure, not an example of a moral hazard. D is incorrect because taking a safer route after hearing about an accident is an example of risk-averse behavior, not a moral hazard. Question 16. Which of the following best describes the primary function of an insurance premium? A. It is the amount an insured person receives after a claim. B. It is the cost that the insured pays to the insurance company for coverage. C. It is the maximum amount that the insurance company will pay out for a claim. D. It is the total amount of coverage offered by an insurance policy. Answer B. It is the cost that the insured pays to the insurance company for coverage. Explanation. An insurance premium is the amount the insured person pays to the insurance company in exchange for coverage under the policy. Premiums are typically paid monthly, quarterly, or annually, and the amount depends on factors such as the type of insurance, the coverage amount, and the level of risk. A is incorrect because the amount the insured receives after a claim is the payout, not the premium. C is incorrect because the maximum amount the insurer will pay out for a claim is the policy limit, not the premium. D is incorrect because the total amount of coverage is the sum insured, not the premium. Question 17. An insurance policy has a coinsurance clause. If the insured fails to meet the required percentage of insurance, how would this affect the claim payout? A. The insurer will pay the full amount of the claim. B. The insurer will pay a reduced amount based on the coinsurance percentage. C. The insurer will reject the claim completely. D. The insurer will increase the payout amount to compensate for the failure. Answer B. The insurer will pay a reduced amount based on the coinsurance percentage. Explanation. A coinsurance clause in an insurance policy requires the insured to insure the property to a specified percentage of its value, often 80%, 90%, or 100%. If the insured does not meet this requirement, the insurer will reduce the payout proportionately. For example, if the insured has only insured the property for 70% of its value, the insurer may only cover 70% of the claim. A is incorrect because the insurer will not pay the full amount if the insured does not meet the coinsurance requirement. C is incorrect because the claim would not be rejected outright. The insurer would just reduce the payout. D is incorrect because the insurer does not increase the payout due to failure to meet coinsurance. Question 18. Which type of auto insurance coverage is required by law in most states? A. Comprehensive coverage. B. Collision coverage. C. Liability coverage. D. Uninsured motorist coverage. Answer: C. Liability coverage. Explanation: liability coverage is the type of auto insurance that is required by law in most states. It covers the costs of damage to others' property and injuries to others in the event of an accident for which the insured is at fault. It does not cover the insured's own damages or injuries. A is incorrect because comprehensive coverage is optional and covers damages to the vehicle from non-collision events, e.g. theft, vandalism. B is incorrect because collision coverage is also optional and covers damage to the insured's vehicle after a collision. D is incorrect because uninsured motorist coverage is not required by all states. Question 19. Which of the following is not a feature of life insurance? A. It provides a death benefit to beneficiaries. B. It helps cover funeral expenses. C. It covers medical bills for the insured. D. It can accumulate cash value over time. Answer: C. It covers medical bills for the insured. Explanation: life insurance is primarily designed to provide a death benefit to the beneficiaries of the insured. It can also provide cash value in the case of certain policies, such as whole life insurance, but it does not cover medical bills. Health insurance is the type of coverage that would pay for medical expenses. Question 20. Which of the following best describes the principle of indemnity in insurance? A. It allows the insured to profit from a loss. B. It ensures that the insured receives more than the actual loss. C. It guarantees that the insured will be restored to the same financial position they were in before the loss. D. It allows the insured to claim multiple times for the same event. Answer: C. It guarantees that the insured will be restored to the same financial position they were in before the loss. Explanation: the principle of indemnity is a fundamental concept in insurance which ensures that the insured is compensated for the loss they have sustained, but not more than the actual financial loss. The goal is to restore the insured to the financial position they were in before the loss occurred without allowing them to profit from the event. A is incorrect because the principle of indemnity does not allow the insured to profit. B is incorrect because indemnity does not result in more than the actual loss. D is incorrect because indemnity prevents multiple claims for the same loss. Question 21. Which of the following is covered under a standard auto insurance liability policy? A. Injury to the driver of the insured vehicle. B. Damage to the insured vehicle itself. C. Injury to passengers in the insured vehicle. D. Damage to other people's property. Answer: D. Damage to other people's property. Explanation: auto liability insurance typically covers damage to other people's property and injuries to others when the insured is at fault in an accident. However, it does not cover damage to the insured's own vehicle or injuries to the insured driver or their passengers. A is incorrect because injuries to the driver of the insured vehicle are covered by personal injury protection, PIP, or medical payments coverage, not liability insurance. B is incorrect because damage to the insured vehicle is covered under collision or comprehensive coverage, not liability. C is incorrect because injury to passengers in the insured vehicle may be covered by PIP or medical payments, not liability insurance. Question 22. Which type of health insurance plan typically offers the most freedom of choice in selecting healthcare providers? A. Health Maintenance Organization, ATEM, or B. Preferred Provider Organization, PPO. C. Exclusive Provider Organization, EPO. D. Point of Service, POS. Answer: B. Preferred Provider Organization, PPO. Explanation: a PPO plan offers the most flexibility in choosing healthcare providers as it allows members to see any doctor or specialist without a referral, both in-network and out-of-network, though out-of-network care may cost more. PPOs generally do not require a primary care physician for referrals, unlike HMO plans. A is incorrect because an HMO requires members to choose a primary care physician and obtain referrals for specialist care. C is incorrect because an EPO plan typically offers coverage only when using in-network providers. D is incorrect because a POS plan combines aspects of HMO and PPO plans but still requires referrals for out-of-network care. Question 23. What is the primary purpose of umbrella insurance? A. To provide basic auto insurance coverage. B. To cover losses that exceed the limits of other policies. C. To insure specialized equipment and machinery. D. To provide life insurance coverage for the insured. Answer: B. To cover losses that exceed the limits of other policies. Explanation: Umbrella insurance is a type of liability insurance that provides extra coverage beyond the limits of standard policies like auto or home insurance. It protects the insured in the event of major claims that exceed the coverage limits of their other policies. That is incorrect because umbrella insurance does not cover basic auto insurance needs but provides additional liability coverage beyond what is offered by standard auto insurance. C is incorrect because umbrella insurance does not specifically cover specialized equipment or machinery. D is incorrect because umbrella insurance is a form of liability insurance, not life insurance. Question 24. In the event of a total loss under a homeowner's insurance policy, which of the following would typically be covered? A. Only the structure of the home. B. Only the personal property inside the home. C. Both the structure and personal property inside the home. D. Only damages caused by fire. Answer: C. Both the structure and personal property inside the home. Explanation: in the event of a total loss, a homeowner's insurance policy typically covers both the structure of the home and the personal property inside the home, depending on the type of policy, e.g. actual cash value or replacement cost. This includes damage from various causes such as fire, theft, and vandalism. A is incorrect because homeowners insurance typically covers both the structure and the personal property, not just the structure. B is incorrect because it covers more than just the personal property. D is incorrect because total loss coverage is broader than just fire damage. Question 25. Which of the following is typically excluded under most homeowners insurance policies? A. Theft of personal property. B. Liability for injury to guests. C. Damage caused by flooding. D. Damage caused by fire. Answer: C. Damage caused by flooding. Explanation: flood damage is typically excluded under most homeowners insurance policies. Homeowners need to purchase a separate flood insurance policy to be covered for flood-related damage. It is incorrect because theft of personal property is usually covered under most homeowners policies. B is incorrect because liability for injury to guests is usually covered under a standard homeowners policy. D is incorrect because damage caused by fire is typically covered under homeowners insurance. Question 26. What is the purpose of health insurance copayments? A. To reduce the cost of the health insurance premium. B. To pay a portion of the medical expenses at the time of service. C. To cover the full cost of medical services. D. To cover the deductible amount for the insurance policy. Answer: B. To pay a portion of the medical expenses at the time of service. Explanation: a copayment (copay) is a fixed amount that a patient pays at the time of receiving medical services. It is part of the patient's financial responsibility and is used to share the cost of medical care with the insurance provider. Copayments are typically required for office visits, prescriptions, and emergency room visits. A is incorrect because copayments do not reduce the cost of the health insurance premium. C is incorrect because copayments only cover part of the medical expenses, not the full cost. D is incorrect because copayments are separate from the deductible. Question 27. In a commercial property insurance policy, what is typically covered under business interruption insurance? A. Damage to the property from natural disasters. B. Lost income due to a covered property loss. C. Employee medical expenses. D. Theft of inventory from the business. Answer: B. Lost income due to a covered property loss. Explanation: business interruption insurance covers the loss of income that a business suffers due to a covered event that disrupts its operations. This can include natural disasters, fires, or other covered events that prevent the business from operating. A is incorrect because damage to property is covered by the commercial property insurance policy itself, not business interruption insurance. C is incorrect because employee medical expenses are covered by workers' compensation or health insurance, not business interruption insurance. D is incorrect because theft of inventory is covered by commercial property insurance, not business interruption insurance. Question 28. What is the primary purpose of liability insurance? A. To cover damage to the insured's property. B. To cover medical expenses for the insured. C. To provide protection against lawsuits and claims for injury or damage caused by the insured. D. To provide compensation for lost wages. Answer: C. To provide protection against lawsuits and claims for injury or damage caused by the insured. Explanation: the primary purpose of liability insurance is to provide financial protection for the insured in the event that they are held responsible for injuries or damages to others. It covers legal fees, settlements, and judgments related to the lawsuit or claim. A is incorrect because liability insurance does not cover damage to the insured's own property, which would be covered by property or auto insurance. B is incorrect because medical expenses for the insured are typically covered by health insurance or personal injury protection, not liability insurance. D is incorrect because lost wages are generally covered under workers' compensation or disability insurance, not liability insurance. Question 29. What is underwriting in the context of insurance? A. The process of evaluating insurance claims. B. The process of determining the premium amount for a policy. C. The process of issuing an insurance policy to a new customer. D. The process of investigating fraudulent claims. Answer. B. The process of determining the premium amount for a policy. Explanation. Underwriting is the process by which an insurance company evaluates the risk of insuring a potential policyholder and determines the appropriate premium based on that risk. Underwriters assess factors like the applicant's health, driving record, property condition, or business operations. Question 30. Which of the following best describes actual cash value (SEV) in property insurance? A. The amount it would cost to replace the damaged property with new items. B. The original purchase price of the property, regardless of depreciation. C. The market value of the property at the time of the loss. D. The replacement cost of the property minus depreciation. Answer. D. The replacement cost of the property minus depreciation. Explanation. Actual cash value (CAV) is a method used in property insurance claims to determine the payout amount. It is calculated by taking the replacement cost of the damaged property and subtracting the depreciation to account for the loss of value over time. A is incorrect because the amount to replace the property with new items is covered under replacement cost insurance, not a CV. B is incorrect because a CV considers depreciation, not the original purchase price. C is incorrect because the market value may not reflect the depreciation of the property, whereas a CV specifically accounts for it.